In this video we will look at print and input functions. We will learn how to create a Hello World program, get text or input from the user, print different types of data, format data in simple ways, use different methods to request or prompt the user for information. First we will create a simple Hello World program. This is a program which just prints Hello World and then stops. The print function displays information to the user. Here is the code. The print function is used to display the text. The text itself is included between quote marks. This program is only one line long. Now we can run it. The print function displays the text. Notice that the quote marks aren't displayed. Next we will see how to input strings and numbers. The input function accepts information from the user. Here is a simple program to ask the user a question. We use the input function to do this. This is the question or prompt to ask the user. The response is stored in variable s. Now we can run the code. First, the input function displays the prompt. The user can then type the answer. The answer is stored in variable s. The print function then prints it. Sometimes we need to ask for a number rather than a text string. In this case we want to know the year, which of course is a number. We use the input function to get the information from the user. The int function converts the string s into a number y. Int is short for integer, and it only works for whole numbers. Let's run the code. The input function displays the prompt, and the user types in a string which represents a number. The int function converts the string to a number, and print displays it. Now we will take a look at how print deals with different types of data. We already know that print can display text data, or strings as they're called in Python. We also know that print can print out integers, just like the earlier example printing the year. Here we print the value of 2 plus 3, which of course gives us 5. We can also print decimal numbers, which Python calls floating point numbers, or floats. In this example we print 0.5 multiplied by 3, which is 1.5. As a final example we will use the datetime.now function. We won't look at it in too much detail, but it returns a type of data called a datetime object, which stores the current date and time according to your computer's clock. Look at python.org for more details. Print displays the datetime object correctly. In fact, print can display pretty much any type of data you ask it to. We can use print to do some simple formatting. If we use several separate print statements, each output will start on a new line. This is a useful way to format text lines. Also notice that an empty print statement will create a blank line. You can include several items in the same print statement, separating them by commas. If you do this, they will all be printed on the same line. A space will be printed between each item. You can use the set parameter to change the way the data is printed. Whatever string you pass in as the set parameter will be used instead of a space to separate each output string. For example, if the set string contains a dot, the output strings will be separated by a dot. If you use an empty string for the separator, the items will not be separated, they will be printed right next to each other. An empty string is created using 2 quote characters with no other characters between them. Sometimes you want to use several print statements but have them all print out on the same line. You can use the end parameter for this. If you set end to an empty string, the separate prints will all appear on the same line. In the previous examples, the input statement used a prompt to ask for information. There are alternatives. The input prompt doesn't have to be a question. For example, when you're using Python in console mode, Python doesn't ask you questions. It is the other way around, you type in commands for Python to execute. In that case, the prompt isn't a question, it's a simple string to indicate that Python is ready to go. In other cases, you might not want a prompt at all. You can use input without adding a prompt string, so no string will be displayed. One use of this might be a text adventure game where you use print statements to describe the room you're in. The player has to type instructions to say what they want to do next. That's all for print and input. Subscribe to the School Coders channel for more videos.